Welcome to Fan Counters. My name's Nick.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And today is a big day for us because it's show number 50.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Can you believe that? 50 episodes of Fan Counters. And we are celebrating in a big way because we've got an awesome guest. And I know that you know who it is because it's in the description of the show.
Yes.
But we'll talk about him in just a minute. You can find Fan Counters. We are trying to collect some Twitter followers on our brand new account, which is located at Fan Counters Live. Our biggest fan base is located on Facebook. You can go and like us there by searching for Fan Counters. And also you can email us at hello@fancounters.com. We are always looking for your suggestions about who you want to see on the show or hear on the show. And if you're on those streaming platforms, go ahead and give us that 5-star review with some good comments. We would appreciate it.
Yes, we would.
Okay.
We would love that.
So, Elizabeth, you've got a topic that you wanted to chat about today.
Well, it is, of course, my favorite season of the year. It's food on a stick season.
Do you think they have food on a stick across America?
They do, yes.
Okay.
Yes. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite shows to watch is a show called Carnival Eats.
I've seen that.
And they go from place to place in different carnivals, and almost everything's on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's much easier. It's, you got to walk while you're doing this. So it's hard to eat with a knife and a fork.
Yeah.
And so we're in fair season here in Wisconsin, and we have made multiple fair trips. The kids are big fans of the cheese curds and the funnel cakes. And at the Ozaukee County Fair, we went to the Demolition Derby.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I took the kids for the very first time. My daughter Lily began to cry the first time one car hit another. Why would they do that? She said to me. And I said, that's the point, Lily. So it took her about an hour to get into it because, we watched for 3.5 hours. It took her a little while before she thought that the Demolition Derby was okay.
Okay.
But then you and I met up at our Wisconsin State Fair.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, Wisconsin State Fair is probably one of the best state fairs that I've been to, and I've been to a few. The Maryland State Fair, don't even bother. It is like an eighth of the size of the Wisconsin State Fair. It's got nothing. The Ohio State Fair is they're not into like commercializing the fair, so it's almost like a county fair.
Okay.
Minnesota State Fair is awesome. Wisconsin State Fair is the best. And I say that because of the size of the fair, the amount of things there are to do at the fair. And, of course, the food is second to none.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as far as food on a stick, I just have my favorites. I always got to get a corn dog. That's you're looking at me like I'm nuts.
I am looking at you like nuts. I can get those from Sam's Club.
Yeah, well, they're not as good as at the fair.
Okay.
But then,
I'll give you that.
Yeah. But you had something really disgusting.
Well, the funny thing is that one of my goals at the state fair is to eat food that I have never tried before. And let me tell you, there's quite a bit out there. I saw spaghetti and meatballs on a stick.
I've had that.
Is it just a giant meatball with
giant
spaghetti
meatball with
inside?
Spaghetti. Yeah, exactly. It's not even spaghetti and meatballs. It's
okay. All right. Because I was trying to work it out in my head. There were also those pizza cones. They're like they look like an ice cream cone, but it's pizza dough that's kind of all wrapped up. But the one that we tried this year that I thought was just odd was deep fried olives on a stick.
I don't even like olives. Not on a stick and not fried.
We are big black olive fans at our house, and I knew going in that these were green olives, which I don't hate, but they're certainly not my favorite. And I kind of tried to figure out, why would you put olives on a stick and how do you keep them on there? And so I want to make this up and tell you it was either 4 or 5 colossal green olives that were stuffed with cream cheese.
Okay.
And then must have been dipped in some sort of batter. It was not a pancake one, and it didn't taste like a corn dog was.
Yeah.
So it was much more of just a regular everyday deep fry batter.
Mm-hmm.
And you take that first bite, and it's saltier than heck. Holy cow. I took the first bite, and I was like, huh. And Oliver took the second bite, and he liked it initially.
Yeah.
And then Mark took a bite, and the look on Mark's face was like, where is a garbage can for me to spit this out? I'm like, swallow it, dude. And then Lily came over.
We paid $8 for it. Swallow
yeah,
it.
you eat that, mister. And so then Lily came over and took it and said, oh, I love this. Took a couple more bites, and then you could see that the salt was kicking in because she was like, I'm going to need a drink, Mom. And I'm like, okay, here's the soda we're all sharing. And she did end up actually finishing it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay, seen it, done it, don't need to do it again. But what we did find, we're in Wisconsin, so we eat a lot of cheese, curds, things like that. We found deep fried cheese on a stick.
Yep. I saw that walking around.
And it was not, I assumed it was going to be a string cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It was not. It's like somebody took a strip, for lack of a better word, of Velveeta, must have frozen it, and then deep fried it, and it tasted like you were eating a grilled cheese on a stick.
Yeah.
It was delicious. But you know what? Today's show, as I see from the top, is some sort of food. We're interviewing some food?
No, Elizabeth, not juice. We're interviewing Roi Fabito, better known as Guava Juice. Now, he is Nickelodeon for today's digitally connected kids and families. With over 11 million subscribers and 4 billion views on his main YouTube channel, Guava Juice, Roi has mastered the art of creating captivating content and successful entrepreneurship at the young age of 26, building a quickly expanding multi-million-dollar business.
Known for his insane challenges, bathtub experiments, silly DIYs, and random shenanigans, he has been able to capture the hearts of many and remind us we should always embrace our inner child. Today we talk to Roi about his YouTube channel, his amazing success, and we'll learn about his guava toys, which are just released into Target stores. These toys include slime buckets, bath bombs, and pancake art. No doubt these toys will make playtime epic for kids across the country.
And Elizabeth, don't forget, he's also got, among other things, an app on the phone for a game for kids. You can get it at the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store, and it's called Guava Juice Tub Tapper. And I can't wait to hear about that.
Coming to you from nowhere near the entertainment capital of the world, this is Fan Counters with Nick and Elizabeth on the PodFix network.
There was this mob of people, and they're screaming my name.
Crazy fans.
Stop following me. Don't come around my house. If you do, the cops are going to be at yours.
If I'm having dinner with my wife, don't sit down at my table. Don't follow me into the bathroom.
I continually will get stopped.
Can I take a picture? We're going to, oh my God.
I think this guy wants to fight me. Ended up being a fan.
I'm the only one that's ever been on Sam Jackson and lived to tell about it.
That's why we call it Fan Counters.
I don't think you're going to last on the air very long.
Roi, welcome to Fan Counters. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. Now, Elizabeth and I have spent the past couple of days getting familiar with you on YouTube, although Elizabeth's son, Oliver, knows you very well. So,
yeah, he does?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
He's here listening. We're not letting him talk, but he's here. He is very excited. So, to get our audience up to speed with what your talents and successes are, can you just talk to us a little bit about your beginning in the Philippines, moving to North Carolina, and back and forth, and tell us about your first ever digital endeavor with Wasabi Productions.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I was born in the Philippines, and then I moved to North Carolina when I was 2 years old. And then from there, I actually had to move back to the Philippines when I was 8. And I spent 2 years in the Philippines, like school and like living there. It was very, very interesting, to be honest. And I moved back to North Carolina when I was 10. And then from there, I stayed in the States. And then my parents had this video camera back, I think 2002. They got it from like an infomercial, and then they just never used it. So I took advantage of it, messed around. And I think by 2005, YouTube came out. So I had posted my first video on there. And then Alex, who is my neighbor, Alex Wasabi, like I said, he was my neighbor. Like, hey, man, you want to film something? And then that's how Wasabi Production started.
Very cool.
And how old are you now?
Mm-hmm. I'm 26.
Okay. So quite a while you've been doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies. Like, I feel like the older you get, it's just like, it gets faster and faster, which is so scary.
We know that you and Alex recently reunited to create a new video together. When did you decide to split and start your own channel? And was the breakup mutual? Were there hard feelings? How did you get apart, and how did you get back together?
For sure. So, 2 years ago, about like last year, or January of 2016, we split up because I don't know. I just wanted to do my own thing, and it was very civil. And Alex understood that, I just wanted to do something else, like, creatively. And, it took 2 years for us to, like, collab again, mainly because our schedules just didn't match. And when we did finally collab, we were like, oh, yeah, let's do it. So it's just a matter of, like, our schedules and how busy we were. And, everything was just civil, to be honest.
That video was a huge hit, too. So people liked seeing you guys come back together. Your channel's made with kids and families in mind, as is our show. We always strive to create content that parents can play in their car. They don't have to worry about what we're going to say next or what our guests say, because all the content is strictly, family friendly. So do you purposely strive to create that safe content for kids? And as parents, can we all kind of relax when our kids are watching your channel, knowing that you've really got their best interests at hand?
Yeah, for sure. Because when I first started filming everything, my parents would, like, I guess watch it too. So it's just a matter of, like, watching what I say, because my consciousness is like, oh, I might get in trouble for this. So I guess it just kind of stuck with me. And a lot of my family, friends, kids watch it too. So it's kind of like I got to be that role model for them,
Well, I love that, because we need more of those around, especially online.
Yeah, for sure.
When you do this, what age group do you have in mind? I realize that you're like multi-generational, but when you're making a video, who is your target audience?
Oh, I would say between like 8 and 12, because my two little cousins are 8 and 12. So I always imagine them watching whenever I film these things.
Okay, yeah, because mine is a 12-year-old, and he, is fascinated with the things that you do.
Awesome. What's his name again? Oliver?
Oliver, yes. Yeah, some of those things.
Oliver.
He's waving.
Oliver says hi. Yeah, some of those things I would like them not to be recreated at my home.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to get into that in just a little bit, because I've got a lot of questions about cleanup. Okay, so, but first, I want to hear a little bit about, well, you've got 2 brothers. Are your brothers in helping you with this? Like, who's filming you doing these challenges?
My brother, yeah. He moved here a year ago. He graduated from a UNC, so he just needed, I guess, like a little change. So I'm like, hey, you should move to California, help me out. So
that's great.
He's also helping me clean up, by the way.
So I want to hear a little bit about your creation process for a new video. What inspires your crazy challenges, and how do you take them from an idea to bringing them to life?
It's a lot of research, to be honest. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of like Japanese channels to grab some inspiration. Because if you never watched like a Japanese game show, they're crazy. I draw a lot of inspiration from that. And on the weekends, I spend like about like 3 hours just watching YouTube, trying to like find what's trending or what's cool. And I kind of just like adapt to those ideas and kind of make it my own. So that's usually how the writing process works and the research process works.
Do you know Japanese? Like when you're watching these things, do you understand what they're saying?
No, that's the fun part though. You can interpret.
That is the best part.
You can interpret it anyway.
Okay, so
awesome.
after you've watched these game shows, is there a challenge that you recreate from some of those that is one of your favorites? Like, obviously, you're drawing some things from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Like when I was still in Wasabi, I still did this whole research process with Japanese game shows, and we did the "What's in the Box" challenge.
Yes, I've seen
it. And
okay.
Yeah, and then we did it, and then all of a sudden, everyone else started doing it. So yeah, it's like my favorite because it's so intense. Have you done it? It's so
No, but I watched you do the reptiles the other day, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Like, you would not put your hand in with tiny little turtles because you couldn't figure out what they were.
This is a guy who filled a bathtub with snakes, though. My worst animal ever.
I know, but when you're sticking your hand in a box and you don't know what's in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we can see what's in there, and he can't. And then he was like, what the heck is that? But how do you make sure that these are, I mean, obviously you are watching other YouTubers, but how do you make sure that you're not just doing the same thing everyone else is doing?
Honestly, I don't really. I just do whatever is fun and just makes me happy that day.
Your sound is amazing on it. The video quality is amazing. How many people are behind the scenes of one of your videos? Is it just one person or do you have multiple people? people behind the camera?
Yeah, it's usually I have a sound guy, camera guy, and an editor. So it's just a team of four of us so far. So hopefully I could expand more because I need all the help I can get, to be honest.
And what about recording songs? I know you've got quite a few songs out there, and they're really well done. What does that team look like? Are you producing your own music as well? I mean, you're so super talented. That wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, yeah, I used to back in the days, but I have my sound guy. He's a really good writer. His name is Amai, and he just helps me write it. And then as far as like the instrumentals and stuff, I just kind of just like go on YouTube and like find some like instrumentals, and I just buy it. And then there you go.
Your bathtub has inspired a ton of videos on your channel, filling it with everything from honey to slime to puppies. So what's been your favorite bathtub challenge?
Oh, man, you already said it. The puppies.
The puppies, of course.
So, yeah, it just makes me so happy. Like, especially a bathtub full. It's just, I don't know. That day was just the best day in my whole entire life.
So where are you borrowing the puppies from? Where are they coming from?
I think my brother found them. It was kind of like you can rent puppies here in LA, so he just contacted like a puppy renting company.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I feel like a puppy today. Let's go rent one for the day. That's hilarious.
That's a great idea.
Okay, we're calling those people and talking to them because I want to know what rent a puppy looks like.
It's a new business for us to start.
I was surprised too. I was like, what?
All right, so talk a little bit, Roy, about the cleanup, specifically this honey challenge. How long did it take you to get clean from dumping 5 gallons of honey on yourself?
Oh, man. I mean, honey, I don't remember, to be honest. Kind of just zone out because cleaning is usually tedious. But it usually takes probably like 30 minutes to an hour.
I would have thought way longer
than
that.
At first, it took like hours and hours because it was just by myself when I started Guava Juice. And the first thing I put in my bathtub was slime, and that's like the worst thing to clean up in a bathtub. Especially if you leave it there long enough, it just starts like molding and nasty. So it's like you gotta clean it up ASAP.
So that was my next.
It took like 3 hours.
That was my next question. Have you ever regretted doing something from the cleanup after you've made the video you were sorry you did because the cleanup was awful? Was it going to be slime?
It's definitely slime. It's so bad.
Okay. Making your videos has obviously become a profitable endeavor because you invest money making in them. For example, filling your swimming pool with 10,000 water balloons, and the ones that you use are like $7 a pop. So, and you had 100 of them. So that's about $700 worth of water balloons. Are you determining the cost versus the potential profit when you make these, or are you just doing it because you feel like it?
Sometimes I do, but it's usually like because I like to buy as many as I can. So at that time, I think I like you said, like 100 of them. I wish I had more, but like the Targets and Walmart only had that many nearby. It's usually like the more the merrier. That's it, really. The more I can get, the better.
Now, I've got a couple questions from our online fans that want to know a few things that kind of tie in with these questions. So Chris Broughton from Facebook wants to know, what's a video that you want to do, but you just haven't been able to pull off yet? Is there something coming that you're trying to figure out?
Yeah, I mean, I have my pool now, so it's kind of like a bigger bathtub. Like, I want to fill it with like slime.
Oh,
the thing is, like I said earlier, slime's so bad to clean up. So I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of how to clean that up.
Now, is your pool? I haven't seen any of your pool ones. Is it above ground?
No,
it's underground.
It's in ground.
So you can't even like take the liner out and throw it away.
Nope.
Oh dear God. Okay.
No. So that's something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's just so hard. I mean, if anything, I could just fill it with Jell-O. I feel like that would be easier.
Yes.
Oh, that would be an awesome video.
Right?
Do you know how many people would want to swim in Jell-O?
I think it would be bouncy in the beginning, but doesn't Jell-O break down?
Yeah.
Like, so eventually he'd be on the bottom of the pool, and then it would just be wet, and then you could probably just drain that, I would think.
I would think so.
Like make like Jell-O cubes or Knox blocks, like that Jell-O jiggly stuff.
That's true.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. You like jump on it and then
Yeah,
it'll
and it'd be bouncy.
bounce you. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
One of our network partners, the More Gooder Than podcast, wants to know, are there video ideas that you passed on because they were too crazy?
Yeah, a lot of slime videos, mainly just selling
It's all about the slime.
bathtub or something with different kind of. I want to do different kinds of slime in the bathtub. But there's so many types of slime out there. It's the only reason why I don't want to do it. It's just so tedious. I guess I could hire more people to dedicate just to clean up. I guess I don't know.
You can hire people for that, especially in a pool. Just bring the pool company in.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah. I need my pool cleaned. I'm sorry, it's full of slime.
They're gonna hate me. Oh man.
Now, Roy, you're releasing videos just about every day. So how far ahead in the filming are you? Do you have a ton in the can, ready to go?
Yeah, I used to because I just took a month-long vacation because I had family over and they wanted to go to the Philippines. So I had a lot stacked, but I'm running out right now because I just got back yesterday. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna head back to work soon. And yeah, it was great.
There's one big problem with your channel. It's very addicting. Seriously, you're one of the best people I've ever seen at captivating an audience, and with so many fans.
Oh.
I'm kind of wondering, are you accessible to them? Do you interact with your followers on a one-to-one basis? Are you responding to comments and that kind of thing?
Yeah, you do. Not all the time though, because sometimes we forget. But if I see someone in real life, I usually just say hi, ask them a couple questions, what's your favorite video and stuff. So I always love meeting fans online and in real life.
So our show is actually called Fan Counters. So we want to hear about some of your interactions with these fans. Have you had any experiences you'll never forget? Have you had any completely weird ones or ones that are just aw? Tell us about them.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I think I was at Disney World a couple of years ago, and then this fan came up. She was just so proper and so cute, her voice. And she came up to me and she was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Are you Guava Juice?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Is it okay, possibly, if I can get your autograph signature on this piece of paper?" I don't know, just the way she says her words, and it was just so proper and so cute. I'm like, yes, you can have as many signatures as you want. Yeah, but the weirdest one so far, yesterday, oh my goodness. So I just moved into a new house. I never posted about it or anything. We took an Uber back from the airport to the house, and I had fans waiting outside the house already. I'm like, what? I just moved here. I don't know how you guys got this thing, but apparently I asked guys, and they said, my neighbor is a fan, so he just brought all his friends over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, I don't like you guys. It's just it's just my house. It's the privacy is just
Right. This
but-
is the no guava juice zone. This is the legal.
Yeah.
This is the free space. We get a lot of people talk about that in the bathroom, that they get one of the most things we hear from our guests are that they would like the fans to not catch them in the bathroom. Have you had that yet?
Yeah, for sure. I'd be in the bathroom, and then someone pulls up to the next urinal next to me. It's like, hey man, love the video.
We hear that
I'm
a
like,
lot.
oh, thanks. And then we just stand there for 10, 15 more seconds.
In awkward silence, right? That's right. We get that a lot.
Yeah. Too funny. I want to talk about a few of your other endeavors into the entertainment space. You have your own mobile game that you can download called Guava Juice Tub Tapper. Obviously, this has something to do with your tub challenges, so we'd love to hear about the game.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like a clicker game. Have you guys ever played it? You just kind of
I haven't. I should have downloaded it before the show today.
Oh no, Oliver's over there shaking his head like, I'm going to get that as soon as we're done here.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so it's like a clicker game. Tap just button as fast as you can, and you collect bubbles. And then the more bubbles you get, you can upgrade your bathtub. And you start off with a wooden bathtub, and then you upgrade different kinds of bathtub until you get the ultimate bathtub, which is the ocean, which is pretty awesome. And you just kind of upgrade, collect as many bubbles as you can, and you fight aliens, which is pretty cool, or you get abducted by aliens.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, that's on my list to download when we get off the air here. So that sounds fun.
Oh, yeah, you should.
That's on all of the app stores, like, right? The iTunes and the Play Store and all of that?
Available iTunes, Play Store.
All right. We got a good audience. We want to make sure they download your game. Something else
Nice.
you've got.
Yeah, make sure to download it.
Yeah, get it out there. Something else you've got that you just launched this past June was a line of Guava toys into Target stores across the United States. Now, we've talked a lot in this episode about slime. Well, congratulations, parents. You can go out and get your own Guava Juice slime now at Target. So what else? What can we expect from these toys, and what's currently available?
Okay, so right now we have 3 things currently at Target. It's a big bucket of DIY slime, so you can create your own slime. It comes in a cool little bucket. You just make slime yourself. You can make different kinds of slime. You can get a bucket of bath bombs, which is pretty cool. I filled my bathtub with it, like 1,000 of them.
Is that like bubbles?
And
No, wait.
Because I'm not sure what a bath bomb is.
It's those little like things that look like a ball, and you throw them in there, and they kind of like it's kind of like being in a giant Alka-Seltzer,
Really?
right? Is that how you? Yeah.
yeah.
Like they fizzle
Yes,
and
perfectly.
they fizzle and they pop it, and you're inside like
Cool.
a glass of Alka-Seltzer.
My kids would love that. All right.
I don't know how else to describe that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a ball, basically a ball. Yeah, like you
And
throw
those are
it and then it just fizzes up.
Those
for,
are
like,
cookie
it's
flavors.
Yeah, there's different flavors like chocolate. There's I forgot the flavors, but there's chocolate. Yeah, it is cookie themed.
Okay, awesome. And then the pancake art kit, what's that all about?
Yeah, pancake art. So it's like you know how my dad used to do this. He would make like Mickey Mouse shaped pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the same concept, except more artsy. You can add like colors of like blue if you want to make like a dolphin. You like sketch out an outline of a dolphin and you fill it with blue batter, and then you put it in the microwave, and then bam, you have like a pancake. You don't even have to use like your skillet or your stovetop. It's like really easy, really easy to make these pancakes.
Are they edible?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Wow, that sounds fun.
And then, are there like refill kits, or do I just have to keep buying the kit?
Oh yeah, it's a batter. It's like this mixture you have to do yourself. It comes in the package, so
Okay.
pretty awesome. I haven't tried it yet, so because every time I go to Target, it's always like sold out. So I don't even have.
You know, you can
like,
order it online,
pancake
and Target
kit.
will deliver the same day.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
He doesn't want Target to know
But
where he lives,
I can't wait.
or the employees will be there.
They do have same day pickup now at Target.
So, Roy, you were also on the wildly popular YouTube series Escape the Night. They called you the Daredevil.
Ooh.
Tell us about what it was like filming that series, which is much different than filming a segment in your own house.
Yeah, it was like a giant escape room. Have you ever done those?
I have.
Kind of,
Yes.
like,
Took my
escape rooms?
kids in one of them. Have you done?
Yeah, so for me, I was just stressed out because generally in escape rooms, I'm just always freaking out. So the whole time I was just freaking out, trying to figure out clues, and then there'll be random jump scares, and I don't know. Sometimes I get really scared, and that was just me the whole time. But it was extremely fun, though. It was really fun working with Joey and all the other YouTubers.
Yes, I would be okay in the escape room if it was just a normal escape room, but those jump scares, that's got to go. that's not cool.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
not cool, man.
if you put like live actors in the escape room, it's over. Get me out of there.
I'm already locked in a room, and now things are coming at me. I'm not okay with that.
No.
Is that show somewhat scripted, though?
It's like barely scripted. Like
Okay.
we're just put in like the set, not knowing what to expect, kind of
Wow,
Like,
that's
wow.
super cool.
happening. Yeah.
What kind of preparation did you have to do to be ready for that type of improv show?
So yeah, they kind of just gave me my role, which is the daredevil, which kind of makes sense because it's craziness and then being fearless and whatnot.
I think it fits.
Yeah, I did too, which is awesome. But it's just mainly just trying to, I guess, get your mindset to be that role before the actual shoot.
Now, obviously, somebody else did the post-production on that. Did you get to see the final cut before it was released, or is it hard to give up all that creative control when you don't really have a lot to say about how the final project looks?
No, I mean, I didn't see the final cut. I kind of just saw the episode. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly forgot about it until the release. I'm like, whoa, this is happening kind of thing. So.
You're very down to earth. I think that's what makes you so likable. Kids can relate to you. So you're a huge ally to kids across the globe, and your videos speak volumes for the kind of person that you are. But so does your charitable giving. And for the third time, you are partnering with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, meeting those kids who have a dream of spending time with you. What has that experience been like for you, and why is that charity particularly so important to you?
Oh, yeah. So I just love meeting everyone in particular, and Make-A-Wish means a lot because these kids could use up their wish on anything, really, and they decided to use it on me, which just kind of means so much to me. And I guess like the whole reason why I do the things I do is because I just want to be like that bigger brother, because I didn't have like a bigger brother or bigger sibling growing up, so just giving back to those who need like that support and that laughter just means a lot. And these kids in Make-A-Wish, I don't know, they're just so genuine and just so happy all the time. Just kind of puts a smile on my face. Like I cry every time I meet them because I'm like, wow, like my work really inspired you. Like it's kind of like very emotional. So it's meeting these kids just provides an opportunity just to make them smile in real life, you know.
What do those kids tell you when they meet you? And is there something that you do to kind of make each encounter very unique and special?
Yeah, they usually just say like, thank you for watching, or thank you for making the videos that you do. One of them told me that, or the mom told me that they would watch me during their chemotherapy or chemo treatment, and that would help them a lot. And it's usually the parents that are more emotional than the kids, and it's usually the parents that make me cry more than these kids.
You have two younger brothers, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and are both of them involved in your production, or just one?
Just one.
Okay, and then your parents, are they nearby, or I mean, 'cause since you obviously have just moved to a new house, are you by yourself, or did you take some with you?
I don't know. They're all in North Carolina, so it's just me and my brother here in Los Angeles.
That was what you wanted to know?
I did.
I was like, where are we going here?
Yeah, well, that is what I wanted to know. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's 26, so he's allowed to move out. But, I mean, moving, sometimes it's like, hey, I got popular and I was able to buy a house, and now the whole family has moved in. We've talked with some of those people where the mother-in-law is there, and you know what I'm going with. So I just wanted to know, like, you're out there by yourself, but you're not. You have at least one family member with you.
Yeah. I mean, I think my mom wants to move out here, but the thing is, like, I have my little brother, and they're still in college. So I think, like, once everyone's like done with like school or whatever, then they might move out, which I am not opposed to. I will help out as much as I can to make it possible.
Look, I want to take a few moments here to ask a few questions, kind of to get people to know you personally. And last week on our show, we started a new challenge with our guests. We are asking 30 questions about yourself, and you'll give me one-word answers. About your favorites, basically, is what it's about. Do you want to take the challenge?
Yes.
It's pretty easy because there's only one girl's time to beat. So.
Well, no, I did it too.
Nick. Yeah, Nick has
I did it on a future episode that will be airing in a while. So I got 1 minute and 27 seconds. Our last guest was one of the dancers from Dance Moms. She got 1 minute 57. So I think that one will be kind of easy to beat because she liked to talk about her answers. You don't have to.
Yeah, just hit us with the answers.
All right, I'm going to start the timer as soon as I say the first word. Here we go. This is your 30 favorites. Movie.
500 Days of Summer.
Book.
The Alchemist.
Color.
Blue.
Actor.
Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe.
Superhero.
Spider-Man.
Fruit.
Guava.
Vegetable.
Guava. Just kidding. Carrot.
Ice cream.
Cookie dough.
TV show.
Adventure Time.
Candy.
Sour Patch Kids.
Restaurant.
Pole.
Article of clothing.
Polo.
Music artist.
Marshmallow.
Board game.
What's it called? Exploding Kittens.
Sport.
Basketball.
School subject.
Lunch.
Car.
Acura NSX.
Favorite state.
Hawaii.
Favorite city.
New York City.
Drink.
Gatorade.
Number.
8.
Cereal.
Frosted Flakes.
Store.
H&M.
Cartoon.
Rick and Morty.
Season.
Autumn.
Cookie.
Dough.
Chips.
Cookie dough.
What's your favorite chip?
Lay's barbecue.
And day of week.
Saturday.
155, Roy.
Ah!
You're in second place.
Yeah, well, in Nick's defense, he obviously had seen the questions ahead of time. So,
okay.
So you
So
still
it's
beat. So in fairness, you're still ahead because you beat the girl.
Okay.
But I don't think Nick's time counts because
Oh.
he's seen the questions.
I wrote the questions.
He wrote the
Okay.
questions, so you're ahead at the moment.
All right,
So
you're
just, okay, for sure. So just add an extra 45 seconds to Nick's.
Exactly. So you mentioned television show, and I didn't even catch the answer because I was worried about saying the next one really fast. What is on your DVR right now? What shows are you watching?
Rick and Morty, whenever.
Okay.
A lot of Netflix. I just kind of watch like whatever series are good. A lot of cooking shows. A lot of food. I love
Cooking
food.
shows. Have you seen that one on Netflix about the flops where people try and recreate like amazing things and I can't remember what it's called, but do you know what I'm talking
I have
about?
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's like it's called Nailed It.
Nailed
Like,
it.
they
That's
make
it.
Cakes and then they mess up and then it looks horrible. It's funny.
It is so addicting to watch them fail miserably at these challenges.
Okay.
There you go.
So besides making videos, what kind of hobbies do you have outside of that?
I like spending time with the dog and girlfriend, and I like working out because I don't know. I feel like exercise is essential to the day, kind of thing. I like basketball. I watch a lot of basketball. That's it, really. Music. I play a lot of music. A lot of people don't know. I even know to play or piano or guitar and whatnot.
Okay. Now, one of the questions I meant to ask at the beginning was why guava juice?
I picked it because, like I said, remember when I said I moved to the Philippines
Yeah.
at the age of 8? My grandparents used to have this guava tree in the backyard. Me and my brother would climb it every single day and just eat guavas. And I just needed a name that was unique on YouTube, so I just thought about that time.
Okay.
We climbed guava trees. And I didn't want to use guava by itself because I feel like that's too simple, so I just added juice.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess it just adds a little oomph to the guava juice. I don't know.
Well, it does give
But
you
that's
a
how it
future.
started.
It does give you a future product line to
It does.
to
yes.
launch.
You can launch guava juice.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Like he hasn't thought of that before.
Yeah, I have. I just forgot about it. It's just hard. It's hard because the food industry here, you have to do a whole bunch of regulations and make
Yeah.
sure everything's good, kind of thing.
one question that came in from the Real Shampoo podcast was, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, strangest steak. I think bullets. You know, bullet. It's like a duck egg, but it's like not fully developed. So it's like you can see the embryo of the duck in the egg. It's a popular like Filipino dish, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna
like
take
you bite into it and you see a duck. Sometimes you can see the feathers. People eat the feathers too. I'm like, how do you do that?
No, thank you.
Were you forced to eat this, or Grandma looked at you and being like, enjoy?
No, it was more like, hey, you want this? I was like, what is it? It's this duck egg. I'm like, oh, cool. I thought it was going to be like a chicken egg. Like I was 8. Nope. I opened it. You can see like the baby duck head. I'm like, oh.
I'm actually glad we asked that question
Yeah,
because that
I'm
was
not.
very unusual.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Are you guys going to try it?
No, I grew up on a farm, and we had chickens, and it really was like playing Russian roulette when you went out for eggs. So, like, every time we cracked an egg for breakfast, you're just like, is there someone in there? Not, it's just and because, like, sometimes the chickens would hide them, and some of the ones that we would find hidden would have been fertilized and would have, like, the start of chicks in them, and some of them, you know, you would like open it up in the frying pan. You'd be like, oh. So we learned very quickly never to open directly in the frying pan, always in a bowl first, because
that's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
So you've had like you've had like an actual chick come out of the egg?
Like a mostly formed one, yes. And it's just gross. And that's why when you were saying that, I'm thinking, like, I had these flashbacks to my childhood, and I'm going, oh, God, no. That's why but everyone's always like, would you like fresh eggs? No, I would not. I like the store-bought ones that I know have been processed, and there are not things living inside of them. Because as a kid, I actually started candling the eggs. So I could hold them up to the light and make sure there wasn't like an eyeball in there. You're like, okay, I can eat that egg. It was gross.
Wow.
And when you said that, I was like, oh, blah, blah. yucky.
Dang, I just did not know that happened with chicken eggs.
Well, if you're on a farm and they're fresh, it does.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm learning a ton here today.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, go ahead.
I have 2 more questions for you before we let you go. The first one is kind of going back to the beginning, because when Elizabeth asked you about your name, I thought, I should ask this question. That very first video that you made with your parents' video camera, do you still have it?
I don't think so. I think it was like some like music video that we made, and I think it was really, really random.
Well, I'm sure, but that's what, like, look how far you
I was
going
to say, we could put out a guava juice before the...
There you go.
I wish I had it. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's because your like brass and all the files got like deleted and corrupted.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm so mad. Dang.
All right, so tell us one thing about you or your life that you may not have told anyone else before. So give fan counters something exclusive about Guava Juice.
Oh, wow. What haven't I told everyone? Wow. You're putting me on the spot.
This is it, man. Our last question. It's a doozy.
I don't know. I guess expect more things at Target and yes, elsewhere.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's actually the answer to my next question.
Yeah.
What else is coming up for you and your empire? You've got more stuff coming at Target, which is awesome. Videos every week on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. I just got a new office or a new like studio space, so we're gonna be filming in that. We hired like a set designer, so it's gonna be exciting. I've never had like a set built out before, so that'll be fun.
That's fabulous.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's something you might not have said before. So we've got both answers in opposite order. We are good. We are good.
So where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Guava, Twitter at Guava Juice, YouTube at Guava Juice, Facebook at Guava Juice.
And Snapchat, where is Roy?
And Snapchat, where is Roy? ROI, as an igloo.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again, and best of luck to you in your future with Target. I'm going to actually take my kids to get slime and pancake stuff because that sounds
get the pancake
super
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, I want to get, and you should get the bath bombs. We've got some.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls will love those.
For sure. Well,
Any-
thanks for having me, guys. It was fun talking to you guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Our thanks to Roi Fabito for being on the program. Guava Juice, as he's better known on YouTube. What a great guy. He's so fun.
Hilarious.
I loved talking to him.
He was fun.
I am not encouraged to get the slime because of how hard he says it is to clean up. However, I'm going to be super dad, and I'm going to Target, and I'm getting that slime.
We are bath bomb fans.
Uh-huh.
We do like those, but it is weird because it's like, it fizzes around you, and it's weird. Anyway, but I am super intrigued by the pancake art for kids. Only just because my children are addicted to pancakes, and I can only make them so often, but these are microwavable.
Right. That's
So-
what he said. He wanted to make it safe for kids so they didn't have to use the stove.
Yeah, so I'm super intrigued by that. And I thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, dude, just order them online. No, Target will bring it to your house.
That line of Guava Juice toys is available at your local Target. You can also go to Target.com and order the toys from Guava Juice. It's been a great week. You can contact us on social media by visiting Fan Counters Live on Twitter and Instagram. You can also follow us on Facebook at Fan Counters. And also, you can email us at
hello@fancounters.com.
if you've got someone you want to hear on the show, a potential guest, send us an email. And also go to those streaming platforms, rate us 5 stars, and give us some good comments. And we'll read some of those on the air maybe next week.
Yes, please.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your week.
Bye.
This was a podcast from the PodFix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.